World champion Earl Strickland meets the only remaining member of the Team Philippines, Rodolfo Luat. The cold-faced killer, Chao from Chinese Taipei, takes on the dark horse from Australia, Johl. Known to the crowd as the Mexican jumping bean, Paez takes on Nielsen from Denmark. And the talented young American, Deuel, he'll battle it out against giant killer and snooker legend, Steve Davis. Hello and welcome to further coverage of the World Professional Pool Championships from Cardiff. Day 8 kicked off with the talented young Australian Johl taking on Fong-Pang Chao, hoping to at least match last year when he reached the semi-finals. We joined this match in the 4th rank.
So the fact that there was some dampness yesterday meant that the balls were splitting differently. Today, we're looking for that orange 5 to go in the corner pocket. All of a sudden, Fong-Pang Chao has very quickly caught on to the idea that the balls are sliding a bit more, and that 5 he fancies will go into the corner pocket.
There it is again.
There it went, but he lost the white ball again.
Well, he's having to muster up a bit more strength to get it in, and that's why he's losing the right. That's why he's losing the white ball.
So he's going to hit this harder to push the 5 through a bit to go into the pocket. Otherwise, it would have gone wide to the side cushion, I assume.
Now, this 1 ball, the yellow, is a very difficult shot. But again, the 2 ball is near the pocket, so it doesn't present as much problem. He'll just try to stay here or draw out a little or something like that. Oh, he's following it. That was the wrong shot. That was definitely he should have just jacked up and tried to stun the ball right there, Steve.
Yeah, although, of course, jacking up in the air is a little bit more of a problem. You can put some unwanted side spin on by doing that. He obviously didn't fancy that shot, but it would have guaranteed him very good position on the 2. So
exactly.
Perhaps that was the shot to play at that time. So Johl at the table. He's got the 1 and the 9 close together. Can he do anything with that? It's doubtful. It
doesn't look like the billiard or the carom is on. I would elect to, I'm sure he should elect to play safe somehow. And I'm not the greatest safety player in the world. I'm a shooter. But I gotta say that he's going to try to stun the ball behind the 6 or the 2 and bank the 1 back down table somehow, or bank the 1 back down the table, or stun the cue ball, bank the 1 like this, and stun the cue ball over here somehow.
It's quite artistic, that. Quite nice. Whatever he does, he must make sure that he doesn't let Fong-Pang Chao see a full ball on this. This is a bit tricky. Perhaps on a snooker table, you just try and drop the white ball behind the 9 and send the 1 back up the table. But if you just don't get it right, you've lost the game on the pockets. On a snooker table, that would be a very simple safety shot.
No, he did do what you said, Steve. Exactly. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Johl has a snooker stance, and he comes, I assume, from snooker stock. I think he did actually play on the qualifying circuit in Blackpool a number of years back, perhaps reaching rank 400 in the world, which is respectable, but he soon decided that he wasn't going to get anywhere in the game by travelling over to Britain every year to play in what is a very hard school of good quality players. So he turned his attentions to the 9-ball game, and I think he's made a very wise choice.
Sure has. Good shot there. Nice hit.
Fong-Pang Chao's nearly fluked this, or doubled it. I think it's poked his nose. Possibly has. Johl may have a possibility of just striking the cushion first with a bit of side spin. Wry smile on Johl face, needing to get an introduction to this match and not getting one. I think he may well be forced to try and play a swerve shot here.
The swerve's on here. He's got to.
He's got to swerve it, hit the cushion just.
Well, he's looking at the side rail.
That's a nightmare shot, surely. He's got to swerve this, Earl, surely.
Well, I think the swerve is on here, or the kick. here, stun the ball underneath, but he's looking to play safe somehow.
Well, I think if he could just cannon that cushion, hit that cushion just before, let's get a squeeze as close to the 6 as possible. With side spin, he could flick that one in, but he's playing.
That's a brilliant shot right there.
A clever shot there. The only problem in playing.
That was a beautiful shot.
It was a great shot. Yeah, they say the only problem playing against these top pool players when you get involved in a safety battle is they always work a safety shot back out on you.
Yeah, these guys, the Filipinos have taught everyone how to kick better. You know, and
the word kick is escaping from a snooker in English.
Escaping, yeah, and it's phenomenal how good everybody kicks at the balls now. Use the cushions, I should say. Well, that's a skid or something, isn't it? Kick.
Well, the word kick in England is to do with the fact when you have a bad contact. Yes.
Like you did.
Yeah, in one of my earlier games. Yeah.
Against Reyes.
That happens more on a snooker table with the lighter balls than it does at pool.
I didn't know that.
I think that the balls themselves have you've got a bit of chalk, but the ball's heavy enough to go through it. And I think one of the fascinations for me of playing this 9-ball game is that the ball is it's a better sized ball for doing more things with it, you know, for putting spins on.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Steve, because it's true.
We play with quite a small ball, 2 1/16 inch, and there's not a lot you can do with it. It's just when I go back to playing snooker again, it's like playing with marbles on a football field. It really is weird. But this ball, you can see the beauty and the artistry in the shots when you can see the ball spinning around, and you can really get some action on these big balls.
He's going to kick all the way to the bottom rail.
Bit slow. He's committed himself.
Awful slow, and he's made it.
Marvellous. Get in there, my son.
Oh.
No. What a great shot that would have been.
That was a good try. Yes, that was a good shot.
Great admiration for Fong-Pang Chao. He picks out some marvellous shots. And on the world rankings, if there is such a thing, I would say after this performance and last year's, he would have to be very high up them.
Yeah, there's so many good players now, I don't know who the best player is.
Well, I'm surprised to hear the American lads say that the Filipinos are the best, which I find amazing, really. I mean,
I don't really look at it as Filipinos. I look at it as Efren Reyes.
Okay.
So yeah. I think we need to reword that Reyes is the greatest player.
And he's dragged the standard of the Filipinos up, I
True.
think. Well, it's nice to have some great players. But there's some great players in America. And obviously, you must have done a good job somewhere down the line of teaching the world how to play this game.
Well, you know, like I said about Reyes, I don't think there will ever be another guy like him. If there is, I don't want to meet him.
Well, what about the greats of the game, Willie Mosconi?
Oh, Mosconi was the ambassador of the game, period.
But he probably pushed back the barriers of the game, very similar to the legend of our game, a guy called Joe Davis. But perhaps he wouldn't have played 9-ball to this standard.
Willie Mosconi was the greatest ambassador that the game's ever had, period. Now, there may be a guy coming along after him, but I haven't seen him. So Joel Younger's got a 3-ball here. I think he can pot this ball. He's going to have to draw off of this ball somehow and do this in some manner. He's got to try to get a little bit lucky here, I think.
He may disturb the 8, yes. And
come on.
He's got... Ooh,
good shot.
I think he can just squeeze that past the... Even though it looks on our television screen that it doesn't go past that 6.
Yes, it does. I can see from here.
Just hits it into the cushion, and it'll just fractionally go off the cushion.
You know what, Steve? He might not know this shot to cheat it off the cushion. You know, he hasn't been playing enough to know these type shots. So Reyes would just, or me, would just cheat this ball off the rail, because I can see it will cheat right off the cushion.
As long as you don't hit it too hard, it will go
right,
in.
exactly. As long as you hit it soft.
I think, yeah, and I mean, he should play this shot, but I can't believe he's got to this stage of the tournament and he doesn't know that doesn't go in.
He's shooting this ball totally wrong, I can tell you right now.
This would be a certainty pass to 6.
It's a very difficult shot he's taking on right now.
He's playing a snooker shot here.
No, I knew he was trying to pot the ball.
Oh, well, that's criminal. It really is criminal.
He just didn't know that shot, Steve.
Surely he's been watching the top players in action to know that would go past.
Doesn't matter. Like you said, it takes a long time. I heard you say earlier this week, it takes a long time to learn the fundamentals of this game. The safeties, the kicks, the positional plays. You've learned faster than anybody I've ever seen.
Well,
amazing.
I've been fortunate to play a lot of the top players. Oh, he's made a mistake there as well. He hasn't punished him. He's just got away with it.
He's gotten away with it. He should have never touched that ball, really.
Who was your master, Earl, when you were growing up? Who was your mentor, teacher?
He'll just hit this with a lot of right side and try to avoid the side pocket.
Strange name for a...
Now, this one's a bit technical. You got to slow... These balls are difficult for me sometimes. You just got to slow roll it, or you got to hit it hard. He's either got to slow roll it, come out here and play position, or shoot it hard and go all the way back down and back. I think he'll take on this. Yeah, he shot it hard.
The 9's in the way.
That was the problem there. That maybe would have shot that one slow.
And he's got a big problem now, because he's going to have to alter the angle that this white ball is going to come off the black 8. Otherwise, he's going to go in off.
This is a difficult shot right here. These are the shots that made me the player I am. I used to fire these in at will. But I think this ball, if he tries to roll it, it might scratch. He's going to have to draw this ball with left side. Yeah, exactly. Well, those are the shots that made me right there.
A lot better strike than you would ever imagine. Had to play that with lots of left-hand spin.
Yes.
Very easy to have curved the ball off course there. They have to be struck confidently, but not too hard.
That was a nice shot.
Looks like 4-0. Another big shot here, though.
These shots are not easy when they're got a great distance between them. Just like I said.
He put too much spin on that one. Did you see the white ball curve off course? He's jerked it round with his cue. Just that little bit of panic, but look what he's left Joel Younger.
Those shots are difficult, Steve, when there's, 7-8 feet between them.
Yeah. Joel Younger, all he wants is to get started, is a nice, easy chance. And look at the opportunity he's got now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a gut check right here.
This is a difficult one. He's just going to have a quick check how his stomach's working.
Because you need to get on the board, and this is not the most easy shot to get on the board with. These here are a test of your nerves. I really believe that.
He's just going to try and pretend this is a snooker shot, Joel. Just pretend it's just a aim for the pocket, keep your head still. That's probably the best way he's got to try and play this.
Beautiful shot.
He's pleased with that. And Joel Younger stops the rot. He's losing 3-1, but he's got the break. Let's see what he can do with it.
And welcome back to highlights of the 2000 World Pool Championships. And we go back to the match in rack 12.
In between the break here, Fong-Pang Johl just talking to who? Who's he talking to? Is he getting the bet on?
Oh, geez, he didn't make a ball in a break. He's gonna commit suicide.
Perhaps he's talking to his president over in Chinese Taipei, saying, yes, I'm trying to keep my head as still as possible when the other guy's at the table, but he's not there.
Boy, poor Joel Younger. He just think, oh, I thought Joel Younger was at the table. I'm looking, what was that? That was another shot, huh? Oh, he did pot the corner ball, and now he's snookered himself. I guess he is going to commit suicide now. Not just... But this match is over. I just don't see any way Joel Younger can come back and win this match.
Interesting thought as to whether mobile phones are allowed at the table. I mean, what could it be? Could it be used to your advantage? Could you?
Well, go try to use one around Tiger Woods. You won't make it very far. I'm caddying next week on the Buy.com tour. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I'm very pleased for you. Who are you caddying for?
The only problem is I can't get in the clubhouse now.
Who are you caddying for?
I'm caddying for a friend of mine, John Rigger. He was on the PGA Tour, then he was demoted. But he's on the Buy.com tour now, and he's given me the opportunity to caddy. He stayed with me last week. They played the Buy.com tour in Greensboro last week, Greensboro, North Carolina. 2 weeks ago, actually. 3 weeks, maybe. I can't remember. But he stayed with me. He missed a cut there, and I said, well, can I get the caddy for you? And he said, sure.
Does he know what he's let himself in for?
Yeah, because I can give him some heat, you know. I can criticize him a little bit.
But you might G him up as well. You may get
That's true. We're good friends, so it'll be a good day. Good week.
It looks like a good week so far.
I hope it's a good day. That's for sure.
It's been a good day for Joe. Not for Joel Younger, for Fong-Pang Chao.
Well, obviously he's against the cushion here. He's got to stun this ball and bounce off the bottom rail.
Do you know what?
Oh, finally a mistake.
And do you know, it's been so long since we've seen Fong-Pang Chao even play a safety shot. He's been potting all the time. It's been a wonderful day outing for him until that small mistake.
It's been a totally offensive match for him. You're right. Except for the one jump safety he made. But looky here, he's finally missed the ball, and the Joel Younger has nothing, no shot.
This game is so cruel. When you're down at this game, you just get kicked further and further into the gutter. I think perhaps Joel should have gone on the golf course today instead. Probably enjoyed himself more.
I love golf. I love golf almost more than anything on earth. It's a great game. I'd like to see Pole get in, you know, somewhere close to it, but I know it's not. But because they got all the money, they got more money than the whole world, I think. But it's a great game. I've been playing 26 years. I just won my club championship, and I really love the game.
Does it affect your pool? Do you play?
Yes, I think I get to playing too much golf, and I won't practice. But I also love tennis too. I've been playing tennis for 26. I've been playing tennis 26 years, and golf 26 years. And I once had the honor to play with Stan Smith, former Wimbledon champion.
Yeah.
Great guy. What a great guy he was. Good shot. That's all he could do was the swerve shot. He's left him a bit difficult shot because it's against the cushion. These shots are difficult, Steve, but you make these look easy.
Well, they're never easy, but the one thing that helps us snooker players out on one of these tables is that the cushions are just slightly rounded and curved down, so we can see more of that white ball than we would be able to on a snooker table.
And we can't, yeah.
If you're playing snooker, here we see Fong-Pang Chao's very artistic.
He's going to cut the ball on the side, I think. Yep. No, he shot in the corner.
Beautiful pace on that shot.
I couldn't see the angle on that, but he shot the correct shot. Well, it wouldn't go on the side, obviously.
4 balls away from an 11-1 victory now, and superbly struck into the pocket.
Well, this shot here is no gimme either. He's going to pocket the 6, and he's going to use all the cushions on this. He's going to use at least 4 cushions, I think.
4 cushions.
Unless he runs into the 8.
Top.
He's going to put top left side.
Past the 8 and round on the other side.
He's going to use 4 cushions. And I knew he might miss that ball because it was difficult.
Just try to force it a fraction around the table.
And this is Joel Younger's best opportunity in what?
Joel Younger's,
11 racks.
In 11 racks, yeah. Well, it seems like that. It was so long ago since Joel Younger had an opportunity to clear the balls, and he went in off and he had a chance of a ball past another one. He elected to cut it into the middle. He missed that shot. And now all of a sudden, even though this is an easy rack to clear in one respect, he's probably looking at it and thinking there's still a problem. He's the wrong side of the green 6. It shouldn't be that much of a problem to clear these 4 balls.
He's still statue-like, believe me. He's going to shoot this 6 with a lot of high side left and go off the side cushion and come down for the 7.
Good
that
shot.
Was a good shot.
He's going to have to do well to avoid the 9 and get on the 8.
He can't avoid the 9 here, Steve. He's got to pot the 7 in the right-hand corner, or the left-hand corner looking my way.
Half a kiss on the 9.
And he's going to have to hit he's going to have to run into the 9. Because I'm looking at it right here. He's going to have to run into the 9 ball. And try to clip the 9 ball and let the cue ball come back down. And he hit too much of it. And now he snookered himself.
9 nearly went into the middle. That would have been a miracle to have gone in there. And he's laughing. And, well, he knows it's been a bad day. Things haven't gone his way.
I think he can barely see the edge of the ball. If he can, he may be able to try to pot this ball. But it doesn't look like it from this perspective.
The strange thing about this game, you know, it's a bit weird. I know it's a bizarre thought. If he pots this and pots the 9, that's 2 shots. And then he made the 9 every other rack. Every rack after that. He is effectively only 11 shots away from winning the match. You know, it's just a weird game for that.
Well, that's you know, I know it's possible. I ran 11 racks for $1 million. It was the greatest thing I ever did, but this match is over. I'm really going to say I'll swim back if he wins this one.
What, you're swimming back again? Well, good swerve.
I've got to swim there and back now.
You've got to come over for next year's tournament. Fong-Pang Chao now has one good shot.
This bank shot is on. He's just gonna bank it. It's not quite dead though. He's gonna have to put a little bit of spin on it to hold the ball, I think, or slow roll it. See, that's why he got up off of it, because it's not quite dead, and it's bothered him a little bit.
Not quite a perfect angle for the double.
Exactly.
So he's going to make it a bit, just a fraction of either side, or adjust the angle.
He slow rolled it just like I thought he would, because the ball wasn't dead. If it was dead, he would have stopped right there.
And a great feeling now for Fong-Pang Chao. Not pushed one little bit in this match, and a very, very easy path into the semi-final. Fong-Pang Chao is the winner.
There it is.
Great performance by Fong-Pang Chao. Big disappointment for Johl Younger, but he's delighted with himself. And it's the first player into the semi-finals. Fong-Pang Chao from Chinese Taipei.
Next on the show table came Paez against Nielsen. On paper, not the most attractive of fixtures, but we were in for a treat. We joined this match in the 15th rack.
Beautiful. It's going to be a big turnaround in this match right here, that mistake by Paez.
Yeah. And that is a nice break when everything lands perfectly. There isn't a ball that's safe.
This break from the left side looks like a better break to me.
And look at Paez there. He's not too pleased about the shot that he missed.
He's not too pleased about this setup here for Nielsen. Nielsen would have liked to have gone a little bit further with the cue ball, but he's not in bad shape, because all he needs to do is make the 3 in the corner and draw the cue ball back up. Maybe he'll shoot
red ball there on...
Shoot the 3 here, bring the cue ball back this way, up into this area for the 4 in the corner. He did not bring it back. Something happened. That was a stop shot, not a draw shot. I think you call it a stun shot. We call it a stop shot, where the cue ball just stops in position.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't want to shoot a stun shot there.
He didn't screw back enough.
Exactly. He didn't screw back at all. He can just barely see the edge of the 4 ball. He can make it.
Well, if he can make it, he will automatically land on the 5.
It's natural position. I don't think he wants to hit the 7 ball, though. He missed the 7.
And overcut.
And he missed the 4.
And look, I think he's got out of this. He snookered Paez. Look at this.
He did
Tell me a little bit of luck.
He did snooker Paez, but yet he really needed to run out there because he had an open rack.
Yeah.
And Paez can do something here. He'll kick off the end rail into the 4. What he'd like to do is kick the 4 ball down there somewhere close to the 5. He's thinking about going rail first and trying to make it. No, he's going to do the smart shot here. The Steve Davis shot is kicked behind.
No, he's going to go for it.
Now he's trying to make the ball.
Yeah, he's going to make the ball.
Oh, that's the dangerous part, because you got to hit it so thin.
Ball in hand.
See,
Yes.
Steve Davis wouldn't have done that, Lou.
No,
he would have kicked that ball up to the end rail.
That was a very risky shot that Paez played.
I'll tell you what, I'm learning some safeties from Steve Davis. You got to hit the top edge of the 4 ball, but as you can see, he missed it by about 1/8 of an inch. And this is a game of fractions of an inch.
Yeah, I think that Peter from here will go 1 up.
He's going to draw the ball straight up the table, past the 7, just like that. This guy's got nice control of his draw stroke. He got off the hook there for that missed shot. Morrow did not make him pay for it. He's playing with the bridge. He's not sure how to bridge. He needs to avoid that 8-ball with his cue stick. See, he's not comfortable with this bridge here. See, he's changed it 3 times.
He's changed to the snooker bridge. And played a nice shot with it. So the snooker bridge does come in handy sometimes.
Yeah, you'll see open bridges here. Choice here, follow the cue ball or draw all the way across above the 9. Either shot's a good shot.
I like the draw shot.
You can hit it hard.
There's the other bridge.
Cross above the 9. Perfect position. See how easy it is for him to reach this shot? He's so long. He's going to take the lead. 8-7, Nielsen!
Eight racks each. Ismael Paez to break.
Look at him. Look at that action. There's nothing down at all.
Came up empty on the break.
He's still looking. Look at that action. Look at his arms.
Yeah, I would have thought by now he'd be breaking from the other side, but he's sticking with that.
There seems to be that the left-hand side, they're making more balls on the left-hand side.
It's pretty tight. Whether Nielsen can get by the 6 and cut the 1 in. From our point of view, it doesn't look like he can do it.
I think he's elected to play a snooker here. No.
He looks like he's trying.
He's going to try and cut it.
Let's see that. Alan, get in there and take a good look at this for us, referee. If he touches the 6 first, it's a bad hit, it's a foul, and he'll give Paez ball in hand.
Yeah, do they call their own fouls in pool?
Yeah, oftentimes there's no referee, but if there's a real close shot, they'll usually call the tournament director or assistant director over to watch the shot.
So do they still play touch fouls, like if you're clothing? No. So
normally
that eliminates that.
We play fouls on cue ball only.
Right, that's a good idea, actually. Can't trust your opponent to call a foul. He'd call on you all the time.
This is tight here.
Peter's,
you know, he's got a good safety here. Again, the Steve Davis way of playing this would be to stop the cue ball behind the 6, knock the 1 ball at the other end of the chamber. Why hasn't he thought of that?
Well, he's thinking. He's up and down, and I think he's going to play that shot.
He's got a perfect safety. He's got a perfect safety. Just stick the cue ball behind the 6. That's it, Peter. Now you're thinking.
Now, they're allowed to sit on the table provided they've got 1 foot on the floor.
1 foot must always be on the floor. That's what he's going to do. He's going to play safe here.
Yes.
Fair. I think it would have been a more effective safety if he would have put the cue ball right against the 6 ball. Paez will definitely hit this 1 ball off the bottom rail.
He's going for the jump cue.
Now,
there he is. He's got the jump cue.
He's going to kick at this ball.
Oh, no, he's got to just... He's
got to kick cue.
I think he... not bad.
Well, he left the 1 ball in the middle of the end rail. That's what he wanted to do. Once again...
This is not potable.
No, Nielsen's going to play a safety right back at him. We haven't had too many of these safety battles in this match so far. You probably come off the edge of the one with the cue ball and make the one bank back down the table like this.
Yeah.
Well, he went the side-to-side way, and he did it really well.
Great shot.
That's a more delicate shot, but a very effective one. Once again, Paez will jump off the end rail.
I like that shot. He's checked it a little bit off that bottom rail.
Paez kicked and hit the one ball. Nielsen's taking a look to see if that 1-7 combination in the side is on.
Oh, I think he's going to try and cut the one into the right-hand bottom pocket here. I don't think he's going to go for the cannon or the combination.
Actually, the best shot here, I believe. I think there's a shot to play safe where you come off the bottom edge of the one ball, put the cue ball behind that group of balls, come off the one ball with the cue ball, leave it over here somewhere, send the one this way. You block him with all three of these balls.
But he might take an offensive situation here and attack the one ball in the bottom, in the left-hand corner pocket.
You know, the game of 9-ball, there are safeties available, but you have to see them.
Yeah. It's very undecisive at the moment. Or you might. He's going for the combination.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, great shot.
Once again, no reward for this.
No. Look at that. That's absolutely perfectly played. But he's landed on nothing. The one's not on in the end or in the side, so he's going to play snooker here.
He's looking to see if the one will go by the 3-ball. I don't think it will.
No, it won't go there at all.
But you're right, he's got a good snooker here too. He can roll the cue ball up behind the 5-ball and put the one on the end rail. He's got to see this safety.
That would be Steve Davis's shot straight away.
Now he's looking at the combination one into the 5-ball. I'm not so sure. Maybe he's going for the safety. Hard to tell right now. Yeah, that's it.
That is the only way to play.
That's the shot you like, isn't it, Lou?
Oh, I love that shot. Let him work for it.
Paez is going to have to kick 2 rails out of the corner to hit this one ball. Here, there, and back up into the ball. Just like that, he did it.
Absolutely perfect. You're good, Jay.
I played a couple games of 9-ball in my life.
Well, he's left this on, I think, in the top corner pocket, but the 3 may be in the way.
You know, the beauty of 9-ball, what I love about it, is that you'll never see 2 games the same. Yeah. Every game is unique.
Yeah. Except when the 9 goes in off the break 2 in a row. That's exactly the same, in the same pocket.
What do they call it, the golden 9-ball?
Yeah. I've seen it done 4 times in a row. That was here last year.
I'm going to borrow that term. Will you just say the 9 on the break? I like golden 9-ball. Has a beauty feel.
The golden break.
The golden break.
Yeah.
Again, we're in a safety situation. I think it's a possibility to put the cue ball behind that 2-9.
But he's looking to see if he can... no, you're right. Looking, screw, come back to the bottom cushion here. Oh, he did,
but he scratched.
He scratched. Foul. What a terrible shot that is.
He was trying to hide the cue ball behind that group of balls. He let it get away.
That is, for a professional of his standard.
Bad cue ball control. Bad cue ball control there.
I think Paez should be so delighted with this opportunity.
Well, Paez has had his opportunities in this match, and he hasn't taken advantage of them.
Well, I think he's here now.
Now it's crunch time. It's 8-8. We're playing a race to 3. That's real quick.
He slowed down a little bit, Paez.
He knows everything's on the line right now. He can't afford to play any bad games.
I think he's left no angle here, Jay. Excuse me for butting in on you. But he's left no angle on the 3 for the 4.
You might be right. As you can see, the 6 has got him partially blocked. He's got to somehow find a way to bring the cue ball over near the 8.
Yeah. He may follow through. No, he's looking at drawing.
Nielsen might have a draw to do that, but I don't think Paez does. Boy, let's see.
He's in an awkward situation.
He's trying to draw all the way to the end rail and back up.
Yeah. Look at this.
He's not going to get there.
No, but he's going, I think, for the double, the bank shot, you guys call it.
Well, I think what we'll see is another safety. Once again, he's failed to get out on an open rack, and he's faced with a safety.
Yeah.
He'll come up, he'll come off of the top of the 4-ball, send the cue ball down the table, and leave the 4-ball down here behind the 9. He's not going to shoot at this one. Boy, he did. He shot at that ball. Look out, the cue ball's close to the corner.
No, that's fine. A little tough on the 5, but I would have played that shot, the bank shot.
It was a pretty wide open loose shot there, and not an easy bank. As you could see, he had to bring that ball back on the bank shot.
Yeah.
He's not faced with an easy shot here either. He can make the 5 in the upper left corner. He'll go 3 rails for position.
I think 1 rail.
Down to the left corner. He'll go to left side, bottom rail.
1 rail. No, you're right.
That's what he tried to do.
Oh, man, that's very ordinary, that shot.
This guy's struggling right now.
His body movement, and he's very, very nervous.
He wanted to go 2 rails out of this corner, and as you can see, he caught a little bit of the pocket.
Yes, look at the fly on his nose. And, oh, look at that. What a great shot he's played, considering that fly on his nose.
How could he not know that fly's there?
Have a look. That didn't come out of his nose, did it?
What concentration?
Oh, look at that. He's moved it now. What thing out of my nose?
That's his mascot.
Oh, man. What a great shot anyways.
Well, he played a good safety, but once again, he had an open table twice this wreck. It didn't get out.
Look at that fly. Look at that. Oh.
And it stayed there. He shook his head, and he shot anyway.
Oh, I loved it. He was not impressed. He went for the bank, and look at this. He's so lucky.
Well, he may have played a little bit of that safety there.
I think that was a lucky shot, actually.
He was trying to make the 6. Paez is going to kick at this ball.
Oh, magnificent shot.
What a shot.
Oh, man, that was
great
phenomenal.
Kick shot.
Have a look at this.
Get a load of this.
Oh, what a shot. Look at him. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, pool gods.
Yes, look at that. Oh, unbelievable.
Nielsen's just smiling over there.
Deep draw shot here. Jay, he's got a deep draw it.
And we've seen he's been tight the last few games. You see, he doesn't want to draw it too hard. He's a little scared right now.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure he makes that ball.
There'll be a lot of twitching on this shot, let me assure you.
Yeah, he'll be all over the place if he makes this ball. Boy.
Oh, yeah.
What a relief!
Yes.
How did he ever win that game, Lou?
That frame had everything. Fly on the nose, banking balls off snookers. Fantastic, Paez.
He is entertaining, I'll say that.
Look at him.
The winner of this match
is
going to have to deal with the winner of the Luat Strickland match. Great matchup there. One of the top Filipino players. He's won several championships against the American legend Earl Strickland.
Ismael Paez to
and
break.
then next match,
leading 9 racks to 8.
rising star Deuel takes on the Magic Man this week, Steve Davis. Looking forward to both those matches.
They're going to be great. And Paez leading 9-8.
His best break of the match so far, right here. He really needed it.
Yes.
But as we've seen, he's been struggling. He's had several opportunities with open racks, and he hasn't Hasn't got there. He got real lucky the last rack to kick that 6-ball in.
Well, I think it was a great shot. I mean, luck or no luck, the guy has just played a tremendous shot. And he looks in good shape here.
He's got a chance to close this match out and put Nielsen away.
Yeah. And don't the crowd love this match? The enjoyment out of their faces, and I know that the people out there don't see them all, but we can see them from here.
There's something particularly exciting about a close 9-ball match. Everybody's on the edge of their seats. This is the big shot right here. If he makes the 5, he's in good shape.
I notice he's putting a touch of right-hand side on that.
Wow.
Oh, man, was that close.
Well, he used the whole pocket there. He's tight. This guy is really tight.
He is so tight. Have a look at that. That should have missed.
Well, he had it rolling the right way.
Yeah.
If he'd have hit it hard and stiff, it wouldn't have gone in.
Have a look at Peter Nielsen's face over there. I think he was smiling, saying how lucky that was.
All he's got to do is make the 7, draw the cue ball back out to the middle of the table. Watch it come back. He'll suck it back a little bit there towards the 8.
Paez is my man at the moment. He's going to go 10 up. 10-8 up. And I'm looking good for the win.
You must have a few quid on this match, Lou.
There he is. 10-8 up.
Ismael Paez.
This guy's working hard. He's breathing hard.
He's the same age as me. That's why I'm just a little bit older, but that's why I like the guy.
I thought you were 39.
No, that was 20 years ago.
You know, Lou, we have a senior tour in the U.S.
Yes, and I suppose I'll get an invitation for that.
Please come.
Yeah.
I play in those tournaments.
Well, I may join you.
It's great.
And look at...
Ismael Paez
Oh,
to break.
yes.
In
And Paez
10
has
racks
jumped
to 8.
straight up. He's forgotten about the fly on his nose.
Look at that. He shakes his head and still stays
Have
down
a look
the
at
shot.
this. Look at that fly. I've never seen that before anywhere.
I've never seen that either.
Oh, wow.
Look at the 9. Look
The
at the
9's
9.
nearly dropped in.
Look at the 9.
Oh, man.
The
He's
3-9
jumping
is
up
there.
in there. Eh? The Mexican jumping bean. Have a look at this. Look. Oh, man. He just jumped. Look at this. He's jumped off the floor 3 feet.
This match isn't over.
Oh.
Paez has got his work cut out.
He's
Tough
won.
shot at the 2. He's trying to bank the 2 ball down to the end rail and make the 9.
Oh,
I
that
told
was
you it wasn't over.
dangerous. Oh, Nielsen will get this for sure.
Can he see the 2 ball? Has he got an open 2 ball?
Well, he can play the 2 onto the 3 ball, the red ball, and cannon onto the 9.
Tricky little shot here. It depends upon how much the 2 ball he can see.
No, he can cut
Oh,
it.
yeah, he wants to shoot the 2 right into the 9 ball. Don't mess with the 3.
10-9.
And the rack.
Eh?
Peter Nielsen.
And you thought it was all over.
Oh, man, and you were right.
That's Bob Jewett, famous American billiard author, sitting in the front row.
Oh, Peter Nielsen's, have a look at him. He's scratching his head here. Yeah, he's so lucky, let me tell you, that it landed in that position.
I'll bet he's never been in a match like this. Great television here from the World Pool Championship.
And here it is. Look at the miss here.
I knew that
Great
was
try.
a tricky shot there.
It was a great try, I thought, but I probably wouldn't have tried that shot. And nice shot on this, look.
Rack 20. Peter Nielsen to break.
Absolutely beautiful.
Nielsen's very dangerous right now. He's at the table breaking. 2 break and runouts, and he wins the match. Oh, he lost the cue ball.
Man. You
Too
don't
much
want
adrenaline.
This
Our
is one
scorekeeper.
time. Sorry, this is one time you don't want to do that.
Too much adrenaline. Paez will waste no time trying to clear these balls. Peter knows the match could have slipped away. The only tough shot is right here, getting position from the 3 to the 4. As you can see, the 3 will pass the 9 into the lower right corner. Looks like good position here. Looks good.
Oh, absolutely perfect.
That's the angle he wants. It's a soft draw shot here. Slide up above the 5 ball. Oh, no, he went down. He's going to shoot the 5 in the side.
Yes.
A little surprised at this shot, but when you're a pool player, you follow your first instincts. He's going up in the end, I think. All the way up in the end of the table. Not bad. Looks good for Paez. He can move through to the semis right here.
Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
He's Paez breathes a sigh of relief.
Yes.
11-9 victory. They're going crazy in Mexico. Their man's still in the tournament. Great match there. Boy, Lou.
What a fantastic match that was.
We had a little bit of everything in that match.
Oh, that was just showed everything that could be shown on a pool table.
Back to Cardiff's International Arena and coverage of the 2000 World Pool Championship. Five times world champion Earl Strickland is looking to make it 6th, but his quarter-final opponent was the talented Rodolfo Luat of the Philippines, who was to have his say about that. We join this match in rack 13.
Whip's cracked. Away, as Thursday would put it. I don't think he's got a shot on the 2.
No, I think Rodolfo's looking for an area to push right now. Can't get through to that blue 2. Bit of a gambling shot to push out. This is a shot, for those of you that may not be aware, is perfectly legal after the break. He can play that cue ball into any area of the table that he desires. And the incoming player has the choice whether to accept the shot and take it or put Rodolfo Luat back in again. Yeah, he's just holding his hand near that corner pocket that the white is nearest. It looks like he's going to push it up table a bit, Sid.
So, what's the likelihood of Earl accepting?
Well, I'll tell you what, Rodolfo's smiling. He rolled that cue ball up table and he was watching it turn in behind the 3. He almost buried that cue ball in behind the 3, if he hasn't. He's shaking his head. I'm not sure he hasn't. He has.
Well, you're not supposed to go to snooker. And there's the creme de la crop.
Yeah, there's Corey. He'll be coming up. Paul Pache, Reyes. They're all out there watching, enjoying this.
But this lad is not enjoying the push out that turned into a bit of a nightmare. Oh, sitting like a jockey.
Impossible to hit
Up
it.
to the
All
way in.
foul?
Deliberate foul.
Yeah, and he won't be happy with that shot either. He tried to lay that 4 on the 5, and he's really not done anything to Strickland. Cue ball in hand. That really was a slice of ill fortune for Luat.
Both of them neck and neck here. 6 apiece. They're trying to get in the last 4 of the tournament. Chao's already there. Paez is there. Davis and Deuel to duel it out to get there. Meanwhile,
The position from the 3 to the pink 4 on the left-hand side. That's the shot that's going to hold the key to who wins and who loses this one. Either way, Strickland has forged an opening, more by his opposition's doing than his.
Wanted it to stop more central. Has he got an angle to break them up? The orange and the pink?
He doesn't want to break them up. I think that pink 4 passes. So he doesn't need to do anything here, Sid. Just a good positional shot. Get the cue ball back into the center of the table. He's going to play it bottom left. And the 5's right there. So again, just follow through. Roll this through for the 5 top left next.
Feather and in off the knuckle. Sweet! It's a knock-it-down, you nuts! On the orange.
Straightforward now. Looks like the 13th is going to go the way of Earl Strickland. A lucky number for him.
Checks into the top cushion, perfectly positioned for the 9. And a snidge ahead, 7-6.
And breaking in the 14th rack. He's made a lot of fans here in Cardiff, as he does wherever he goes. They appreciate the talent.
Yes. They are all a bunch of players of various degrees of achievement. Efren Reyes Bata. The Cabo de Cabo from the Philippines. Potier from Canada. Deuel, who's going to be up soon against Davis.
Davis next.
Yeah, there's Reyes. He's letting us know. He'll be playing Steve Davis.
Too. He's shaking.
We get a line of guys like Steve Davis.
Rack 14, Earl Strickland to
That
break.
should be a belt
leading by
coming up
7
later
racks to
on.
6.
Right then again, Earl in uncharted territory. He's experimented with his break shot. He's tried power. He's tried change of angle into the pack. If he gets it right now, Luat could have a headache.
And Efren Reyes, he can thank Steve Davis for having to watch that on the outside monitor. If not for some terrific play, one of the highlight matches in this year's World Championship, a 9-8 win from 8-2 in front. Reyes was. Davis, a Houdini act in that one. Earl Strickland, the break has not been one of his weapons, as one would have expected. Again, Luat back in with a chance on Strickland's break.
Blue in the middle. Straightens out nicely. Did he want more angle on this, Jim? Right.
Very fidgety in his chair, Earl Strickland. Looks like bottom off the cushion. He's got to get back out for the pink 4. Not bad, Sid. Slightly short of ideal position, but not bad.
Open the angle out, coming off the cush with the white. Feather cuts, you know, the knuckle. Crowd appreciating every innuendo, every touch of finesse.
Now with this, his choice to run through or draw back, and I think if I was him, I'd be running through, especially if I'm going to be stretching like he looks like he's going to be.
Yeah, top spin it is.
Now, if this is straight, all he needs to do is nail this and stop that cue ball in the same area the 6 is. That'll clear the 8 and leave the 7 on.
Smidge of angle and a little bit of draw, 4 inches to give him an improved angle on this brown.
That's one thing that is so noticeable with all the Filipino players. They could probably play any cue sport, any discipline they're going to be dominant in, because they deliver that cue so sweetly through the white.
Yes, it has not got to be a stab or a jerk. It's got to be a stroke. You shoot wherever you approach it, top or bottom or whatever, it's a stroke through the cue ball.
Like an extension of their arm, Sid. This 9. And once again, we're deadlocked here in this quarterfinal match. And Earl Strickland, he can put his hands together. That was a great finish from Rodolfo Luat.
We now pick up the action in the 17th rack. The scores are deadlocked at 8-all, and it's Strickland to break.
Rack 17.
Finally,
to break.
He's on the left-hand side of the table. For the first time as he looks, he has moved the cue ball over. 16 racks have been played. He has had little, if any, success breaking. Let's see what happens here.
But Luat could be in trouble if Earl starts to get productive on the break.
Well, Earl, the way that you've been breaking in this one, I think you'd be better advised to just turn it over to Luat. Because it just hasn't been happening for you.
Comes to the break. He has not been in the Johl club. So that could... No! Bobble, bad mistake, that! Well, Earl could surely not have dreamt of getting back into stroke so quick.
I'll tell you what, Sid, that one barely threatened the pocket. That was missed by a long ways.
Well, when you think of the jumble, the kaleidoscope of emotions and ideas in Earl Strickland's head, the fact that you can do a commentary, interplay with the crowd, and then his opponent starts making mistakes.
Well, Rodolfo Luat's played Earl many times in both ends of the world. He knows him as well as anybody.
That might have been the shot of a man who does know him that well and knows what he can conjure. And I mean conjure.
He's got only himself to blame right now. That miss couldn't have come at a more inopportune time. Earl forcing the white into the cushion there, but as he come far enough, it's a thinner clip than he would have liked. He'd like to make this and just avoid contacting the balls because the orange 5 is begging over the center pocket.
Marvelous, tense match. Unforced errors.
Well, he's played into the 7 to hold the cue ball. Looked like he'd have been able to just play top and weave through them. Either way, this is going to get the job done. Just a little quicker.
Chin to the cue, just like your granddad taught you. Down the pool hall. And surely he could run a 3 because he's bound, you'd have thought, to get someone off the break sooner or later. He doesn't want to go right into the line. Ah! Well.
Oh, he's okay. Look at that. You can breathe again, Earl.
I guess they were cheering against that, weren't they?
Yes, Earl is convinced the crowd are on his side. This is... He's conducting a running commentary on the game. And the crowd are, I would say, 80% of them running for Earl. There's Ralsuke appreciating it. And Earl, you'd think he was Sir John Barbarelli at the proms.
He's trying to orchestrate a little bit of momentum from the crowd. Look at Earl the Pearl.
Like the guys in the hop, skip, and the jump at the Olympics who the big hand clap.
9-8 in front. He's taken the last 2 racks.
What a showman. Barnum and Bailey would have had him in a cage charging a
leading by 9 racks
to
to
see him dance. Earl Strickland going for glory. And as I suggest, surely the break's got to get lucky sometime.
Nine. Lucky, yes, it! Jim, you can't believe it!
I mentioned the lucky to be having none on the break. What a time to smack down the 9.
And what a look afterwards. The 9 creeping into the corner pocket, and Strickland with a clenched fist, emphasizing the victory march. Oh, the face of a pirate finding Long John Silver's box. And again, a carbon copy would be made to order here for Earl Strickland.
I did say he had to get lucky sometime. But what a time, and what a way to get lucky. Here we go. Gets a slaughterous break there, but he's not on the 1.
Well, Rodolfo Luat will get back to the table. Of that, we can rest assured. What he'll make of his visit? Stay with us. This one is building to a crescendo.
It's almost indescribable. Roger's thesaurus, Charlie's thesaurus, Albert's thesaurus. Grab them, read them, and fling them away. No words, but a sort of magic that happens with this one.
3 to play, Sid. Luat needs them all. A quick look, and he's put Strickland back in again.
I was hoping you would.
And Earl again, doing a commentary. Me and Jim could chuck the mics away and have a jar. He said, I knew he would put me back in. So, all right, if Earl's saying that, what's the plan? Aggression?
No, not from here, Sid. I really can't see him going after this ball. It almost looks like he's got to try and get that cue ball. Ideally, he'd like to get it in behind the 6, but if he can just bank that 1 off the cushion and back up the center, the cue ball should go towards the 6. That's what he's trying to do.
He left the bank into the middle.
Well, he tried to hide it. He took the sure safety instead of taking that cue ball back up the table. But I don't think that'll bank.
Strickland needs 1 rack to go into the last 4.
The looks here, if Rodolfo can get through to that yellow 1, he's going to have the same option, try and take the cue ball back into the area it is now and not leave the open 1 on. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to come down, have a look at this, because the 9's in close proximity here. He's looking at it, see the eyes going back and forth. He can almost go off this 1 and attack the 9 with the cue ball. There's an outside chance. Pot the 1 here, the cue ball's going to be coming right into the 9.
This is the man who did the 10 racks for the $1 million with a bank shot to finish. With a plant, rather. He's just allowed to finish the game. It broke away from the cushion.
That was 1 kick at it. A shot to win the match right there. And it doesn't look like he's left Luat anything. Mind you, he may not enjoy his next visit.
Look, it's still hooked.
And Earl surveying the situation here, and he's got a couple ways to get at this, Sid. He can either just go off one cushion, he can go off two cushions. Either way, this one's in the lap of the gods. I think two cushions is better here. The only problem with that is the green 6 comes into play. He can also take it off the top cushion here. Don't rule that out. That's a possibility too. So there's the 3 ways that he can go after that one.
Oh my word. Picks the right way. Could be game over fairly soon.
I think here Earl wants to take a flyer at this one, drop to his knees, and put it in the lap of the gods.
Well, the lap of the gods is a dodgy place for mere mortals, but is Earl mortal?
The 2 cushion escape offers him a better chance to get it safe. But again, tougher to negotiate the angles.
Confident into a...
See, the 6 was always a danger ball going that way. It was always into the equation. And still, he's having a little chat with someone that seems to have gotten his ire up.
No, I think it's a little lad who keeps waving an autograph book at him.
Now it looks like Rodolfo can just pocket this into the center and draw the cue ball back for the 2 to the same pocket.
Remember, Strickland will take this rack. He's through to the last 4.
And now he's just got to pull the cue ball back and play the 3 into the top right corner as we look. Well, he's not ready to throw in the towel yet, Sid. Luat looking to be breaking here, 10-9 back.
You don't get mentioned in the same breath as Bustamante and Reyes. If you ain't got battle, this bloke will fight Strickland all the way.
It's been a thoroughly entertaining match, though, and nobody leaving their seats. But without a doubt, the thermostat is being turned up. 9 down, and 19 racks have been played here. The narrowest of margins. Strickland 10-9 in front, wants one more for a place in the semifinals.
And up to now, you'd put your money on this lad getting them off the break rather than Earl.
Well, Rodolfo knows one good break off, and he'll have forced a hill-hill match. 10-10. But here, with Strickland failing to escape.
Rack 20, Rodolfo Luat to break.
That allowed Luat in
to 10.
To clear up.
That's concentration rather than sounds like with a D. Gets productive. Shot on the one.
Well, he's got a shot at it. Whether or not he's going to take it on, I don't know. This is a real thin clip into the corner pocket. Top right. And this is everything here, Sid.
10-9 down. Will you try this for the Tickle Jim? He's missed it.
That was everything, that shot. And that could well be Rodolfo Luat's last shot in this year's World Championship. Because
many you saw, Jim, you said it was risky.
Everything's in the open here, Sid. I think Luat's played his last shot. I think Strickland's going to clear up here and book an appointment with Mexico's Ismael Paez.
The Pearl against the amazing jumping bean. What a clash. How was they? Got a hand it to Strickland after looking dodgy on the break shot. Got the 9 down when it counted straight from the break.
No one gets to the finish line like this man.
A little bit of extraneous noise. Earl hesitates, pounces.
This is the key shot. The last chance for Luat.
And this is double-edged. They've been saying the Americans are not top dogs to the Filipinos. A lot of pride in those performances here.
I want to hear the clowns that are yelling now.
I don't want to hear any clowns yelling. But the clowns on the tightrope walker can yell as much as they like now after a blinding match in which he never looked to be favourites. Earl acts like a gladiator who's put 10 Christians in a box.
Last on the show table in the round's main event, it was youth against experience, the USA against Great Britain, Deuel against Davis. We joined this match in the 15th rack.
I don't hear anything. Didn't make anything, but there's no shot at the 1. Corey Deuel will push out from here.
Correct. Where's the best push-out place, Jay?
Well, he's looking at this, but there's no way he's going to shoot this ball.
Couldn't want a more even tussle. Corey Deuel. Tyro from America. 7. Davis, 6,000 world champion at snooker. 7.
I didn't hear whether he said push or not, but I think he's going to end up shooting the cue ball over here somewhere, back in this area.
That's what he's looking at. Just no. I think there's an offensive or defensive option. So there's the middle option, the push out.
Push out, Cole.
He might just shoot the cue ball into the 2. Well, he's going the other way, down to the end rail.
Challenging shot, the push out.
Well, if he stops it right there against that 4. I don't think Steve will pass on this one. Tactical battle this game.
With that almighty group of balls around the orange and 9 area, will he put him in the long grass maybe, Jay?
Steve's thinking about shooting at this 1 ball. Problem with this shot is that even if he makes it, he may not get rewarded. Boy, he's got to hit this ball good. This has got to be the shot of the match for him. Boy, what a ticklish shot there. He played a safety where he had to shoot the cue ball towards the corner pocket. This guy comes up with safeties that I just don't think can be shot. And he keeps doing it.
Don't worry, Jay. Britain, the world full of bemused snooker players who used to do the same thing too all the time.
The 1 will go in the side. He may actually try to billiard the 1 off the 3 into the side, like so, this way and into there, off the side of the 3. Or he might just play safe. Oh, he did. He billiarded the 1 into the side.
Safe? Very offensive.
The 2 looks like it will go past the 5 into the corner pocket. He took 1 look at it. It looks like it'll go. Boy, this is tight, too. That's less than half a pocket.
7 apiece. It's a race to 11.
We got a nail biter here.
For the World Championship. You couldn't want a tighter match. You couldn't want more tension or drama either.
Oh, he shot the 5 combination. Good shot, Corey.
Clever stuff. The intermediate shots. Now he's got open water. Blue to left. Natural angle for position on the red with a cue ball as well.
Championship pool being shot by Mr. Deuel here. Spins that cue ball out of there. Did you see it spin out of that pocket 2 rails? Once they get this cue ball over onto the side rail where the 4 is.
Down for a bit of an angle.
Easy for a right-hander to reach out there and shoot this shot. He may draw this ball all the way up to the end rail and back down for the 6.
And the shot. That looks spot on. This kid's a player.
You got that right. His skill honed in money games all across America, and now a top-flight tournament player.
Topping this through to get on the black and a lovely angle to come down table
and take the lead again. Perfect.
This one going up and down like a metronome. It's gone 8-7 in favor of the American.
Steve beat 3 champions in the last 3 days, but this is the battle of his life right here. He's ahead.
Card, Steve.
Nothing down and no shot.
Old Davis. Well, a push out.
He's tied up behind the 5 ball. Corey would have liked to have made a ball there.
Push out, challenge, but it can rebound on you, Jay. No direct shot on the 1.
Tough spot. Packed house here at the Cardiff International Arena, enjoying this wonderful battle going on before them. This is pure gold 9 ball tonight, Sid.
Great game. Davis is nominated to push out. Where's his best bet, Jay?
Well, he's got 2 choices here. He can go down in here somewhere or up in here somewhere. He's going uphill. Boy, he doesn't want to hide himself behind that 7 ball, and I don't see Corey taking this shot. It's hard for us to tell if he can see the edge of the 1 ball. If he can, he'll shoot at it. If he can't, he'll pass it to Steve.
He leads 8-7 to Deuel.
Well, from the point of view of the overhead, it's hard to tell. But the way Corey's getting down, and I think he can see the edge of the 1 ball. He'll come off the edge of the 1 ball, send the cue ball down the table, hopefully ducking behind those balls.
So look at the putt there. He's hoping to send it.
He's hit it real well.
Way beyond the 9.
Boy, this would be a great place for Steve to be able to shoot a jump shot. I don't know if he's got that in his bag of tricks yet.
Doesn't get a jump cue.
I bet he has one next year. See, that's an ideal jump shot there. Will he try to jump it with this cue? Earl could do it. He's going off the end rail, I think, kicking into it. This is the most important shot of the match so far, right here. Everything hangs in the balance. Going to kick off the end rail.
If this goes adrift, he could easily let in the American.
2 rails into the ball. Will he get a rail? Will he get a rail? No. Ball in hand.
Another 4 inches would have been a great shot. He's angry.
The crowd's cheering. They think he made a good shot. They don't realize that after contact, a ball must hit a rail.
There's contact. Now one of those 2 has to hit the rail. He was short by 4 inches. Neither ball made contact with a rail.
Unlike snooker, where that would have been a good shot. Right, Sid?
Absolutely.
Big break for Corey here. Got a chance to take a 2-game lead. That's a huge lead from here.
Right then, if you can whistle through these lots, it's 9-7.
Can this kid be the one that breaks the spell Davis has had over the field here this week?
Got the talent, has been getting some of the breaks, particularly from the break. Pink passes the 9. Looking ominously easy for him here in this particular rack.
There's a lot of pressure out there.
But if you play for pretty green like he does, you put the pressure on yourself. He's used to pressure, this lad.
He's never felt anything like this, though, Sid. One little cliver, and all can be lost. He must keep his cool now.
Probably some nickname, eh? Cool Pool Duel.
I like that one.
Needs to just trickle this in and come across for the green 6. Got a nice little angle to get sweet on the brown 7.
Sliding up the table for the 7. Nicely done. He's got that cue ball on a string now.
Sitting on a rainbow. In top.
Off the rail.
This is looking good for a 2-rack cushion. Draws the ball across perfectly.
Got to stretch a long ways. It's a long stretch for Corey. Got it. 9-7, Corey Deuel, race to 11.
That's his corner, those his pals.
Looking good. Looking good for Corey now. But it ain't over yet, Sid.
Stop there. Like a greyhound in a tin box waiting for the gate to go up. Davis just maintaining cool. He's no raggy hair.
We've got a worldwide audience enjoying this great match, and there's more matches like this to come. 2 more tomorrow, and then tomorrow night the finals. 3 more great battles.
Corey Johl to break, leading 9 racks to 7.
And just listen for American Tonsils giving it to Welly. If he gets productive as usual on this break.
He moved back to the right side.
Why?
Don't know. It was working on the left. He missed 1 break. Ball down. Gonna have a good shot at the 1.
Ominous now for Davis, the giant killer. This layout looking ominous.
The tricky part here is to get on the 2 and then from the 2 to the 3. These next 2 shots are tough.
Ominous note in Jay's voice there, though, meaning beyond that could be easy.
He needs to get the right angle on the 2. That's where he wants to be. That's where he wants to be. It's not bad. The important thing there, Sid, is he didn't leave the cue ball against the rail. He got it off the rail about 1 inch, which isn't bad.
And this...
Nice touch here, required.
Yes, this... He's got 1 line to the red that he got in the position perfect there. So as you suggested, Jay.
Stretching out across the table.
Done the hard part. Didn't want to draw into trammeled contact with the brown.
4 up in the end.
Fairly elementary cut here.
Come back across the table for the 5. Not an easy rack here. Playing like a master.
You said he was World Championship material. You said it may take a while, Jay, but he looks as cool as a large ice lolly.
Just stop the cue ball right here.
Looking to put himself 1 rack away from the match.
Corey wants to win this money. He
Corey
smells...
looking to change the Davis story.
10-7, he's on the hill. Steve's back's against the wall now. A lot of these British kids like Corey.
That's because he's a cool dude with attitude. Ominous is what I've been going to describe the position for Davis. Because Corey has been getting at least 1 fall from every break.
They're singing that song to Corey now. The kids love him because he's been hanging around in the village all week, hanging out with the kids, showing them shots, playing with them. He's one of them. He's not much more than a kid himself.
Yep.
Corey Johl to break.
Take it from me, this kid could well have Davis on the block.
Steve wants 1 more trip to the table. Now he moves back to the left. He's gone left, right, left. He sees something in that rack.
could be the shot that sends out Davis.
Empty. Came up empty. Steve has a shot. One last chance for the Nugget.
What a game.
Have you ever seen him come back from a deficit like this?
Not at pool.
But it's snooker.
Yeah, it's snooker, sorry. Check, I'm wrong. I had 2.
He did come back from A2 against
Down
Reyes. He had to win.
Reyes, that's right.
7 games in a row he won. He needs to win 4 in a row now.
It would eclipse all previous achievement this week.
Can the miracle worker pull off one more? No easy rack here, Sid. The 2 will go, but the 3-5 is a little tricky.
Fighter.
He tried to... He did do it! He played that 2 off the 5, so he could break him out. 4 rails and in.
4 rails, 5 wobbles and in.
As you can see, the 5 went up between the 7 and the 9. It's in a tough spot. The difficult part of this rack now is going to be not the 3, not the 4, but how do you get on the 5 and make it?
Can't let the rack slip. Can't let any more racks slip. His fans can't see. Can't get the look as Davis tries to claw out of the jaws of elimination.
This is not good. This is not good. He went too far. Did not want to bump into the 4 ball. The crowd is worried for their man, Steve.
Are they ever? What's his options? Oh, is that word singular? Hence here.
Well, he's come up with safeties where it didn't look like there was one before. It doesn't really look like there's a safety here, but he could cut the 4 up in the end. Well, but how he's going to get to the 5, I don't know.
Could be his last shot. Yeah.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
And nice position.
He wanted to run into the 7. Whether or not he can make the 5, we don't know, but he's still alive.
Hanging in. Steve Davis. Johl just needs 1 rack.
I don't think he can see enough of the 5 to cut it in, but he could bank it. Or he could play one of his improvisational safeties.
Super Steve Davis, a lock-up snooker expert.
He might be banking this ball.
Jail man.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. But he could have had his last shot.
Corey Deuel has a chance right now to end the miraculous run of Steve Davis this week.
Davis
5.
beat Reyes. He beat Suke. He beat Takahashi. But
can't take anything away from this guy.
Met a belter here tonight.
Everybody was concerned about this matchup.
He's got a lot of support here from his pals led by Pagalayan. He's got 3 or 4 American flags in the audience.
Touch required here. Well done. Super soft touch.
Little Alex and his pals.
They know he's close. High bridge.
High bridge, but low water for Davis. Looks like the magic Davis run is over. You can't take anything away from this lad. He is true class pool player. He now is booking his place in the last 4. Bye-bye, Steve.
Corey Deuel has won the biggest match of his life.
And his pals are a bit pleased, though. What?
So the complete list of results from another dramatic day. Fong-Pang Chao beating Johl Younger 11-1. Ismael Paez beating Nielsen of Denmark 11-9. Luat going down 11-9 to the great Earl Strickland. And in a dramatic final quarter-final, Steve Davis losing. His wonderful run is at an end. Corey Johl is through to the semi-final. That's it then for another dramatic day. Join us again for the climax of this terrific championship. It's bye for now.
Oh, Paez very close to going in that middle pocket with the white. The balls are going in weird positions here. Oh, and he's got a result of all time. The 2 goes past the 7. The only problem perhaps is the 7 is lumbered up behind that 8 ball.
Well, he'll already have had a look at it. You can see the 2 available. Doesn't have to do much to get on the 3. So what ball is he going to attack the 7 with?
Well, the 9's in open play as well. The 9 quite close to a pocket, but there's going to be a difficult shot ahead for Paez. How is he going to get that 7 out, Jim?
Well, it looks like it may. Well, yeah, there's a man that's going to be in the other semi-final, Steve, and
there's a man who knows how to get a ball out. He's a clever player. He may only be, I think, 23 years old, but he's learnt his trade very well. Living the shot. He's playing on the table straight after this game, but he looks relaxed and just enjoying the atmosphere.
And he's made a lot of friends here this week, too, as Corey Deuel.
Yes, him and Alex Pagulayan, I think, have captured the hearts of some of the younger members of our audience. They've been very friendly towards the local people here. And there's a great banter amongst the pool players. They hang around the tournament, they get involved, they want to be part of it. It's a wonderful place, the Cardiff International Arena this week, with the pool village on the side. That gives everybody a chance to come down and knock some pool balls and interact with the top players and watch them play trick shots. How's he going to get this 7 out? Earl Strickland must be praying that he doesn't play the right, doesn't find a solution to this problem.
Well, he's going to be waiting to the 6 now. So if he can get straight, Steve, which is what it looks like he's accomplished here, he might be able to just run this right down.
What a way to clear them this would be.
Well, he knows the cue ball is going to be very close to the 7.
He's playing the 7 off the 9. He's going to stun the 7 off the 9. He's stunning the 7 off the 9. It's obvious. Earl's. Can't see past Michaela's hair there for.
But he wants to.
7 off the 9 clears the path of the 8. Drawing it back. He's going to stun it dead. He's not happy with it, but I think it's going to go.
It looks like it's almost a dead-on hit.
Yeah, he's just worried about where he should leave. Perhaps he should. Oh my goodness! Why didn't he just screw it back? Why didn't he screw back and then he'd have had the open pot? Now he's got a tricky shot with the balls close to each other. The possibility of a. Why didn't he screw that one back? Now he's got just make sure he doesn't push the shot.
Well, when you see Ismael Paez raise the butt of the cue in the air like that, these are shots that he plays all day in trick shots. But this is a major match.
Oh! And Earl's just dropped his head.
Well, look at Paez and look at Strickland. Talk about a contrast in facial expressions there.
What a turnaround with this game. And Paez is milking it as well. He's not going to play it too quickly. Earl is squirming now. Oh,
that same pocket that gobbled up the cue ball. The 9 down. Paez just 1 rack away from tying it up against the Pearl. And look at Earl Strickland's face. He can't believe it.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve. This is all heating up to be a classic. And look at the shot he played. As you said, why he didn't just draw the cue ball back to play the 8 to the same pocket, we'll never know.
But the trouble, what's happened is, as a result of that, he's given Earl a thought that perhaps he's now going to miss it. But now by playing the great shot, once again, the crowd is now on his side. I don't think he meant it that way, but that's worked in his favour.
Psychologically, it was a double blow. Now Paez all set to break off. Rack 18 of a possible 21. Hold your breath.
Yes, he's got one and he's calling them now. What a match. Oh, just cannot do a thing. Earl sitting in his chair. He's just got to pay the price.
And I can tell you, I was watching Earl Strickland. He was leaning. He was out of his chair when he saw the position of the balls. He rested back in to get comfortable.
Paez, as we speak, doing everything right. The ball's now going in the pockets quite sweetly. And even though that cue action is still suspect on a snooker table, it started to become effective in this match. Perhaps a bit of a problem getting from the 3 to the 4. But after some of the shots that Paez has extricated as the rain comes down once again here in Cardiff, I don't think we'll see Paez too far away from this pink 4. Bit short of pace. Just enough. Just enough to cut that 4 down the rail. Bring the white ball out into open play for the 5. No mistakes now. They're going closer to the jaws. 4 balls away from 9-9.
Talcum time. He'll be making a few more visits. If he gets his wish, he'll be making a lot of visits back to that table for some powder.
Tell you, he may even have to go down to Boots to get another bottle. He may be involved later this evening at this rate. Oh, every one of these is hurting Earl. Earl's then praying that the ball doesn't go in. The worst thing that could happen to a player sitting in your chair thinking he's hit that badly and then it all of a sudden gives up. Players laughing and smiling and loving it.
These are punishing blows to Strickland, as you said, Steve.
Going, this could miss, this could miss. And oh, of course it didn't miss. As long as you hit the ball the right speed, it gives a chance for those pots to go in. Bit too close to the green 6 for comfort, but you wouldn't expect him to make his chair. And Strickland's now, he just wants to look at the 3. He's just, please miss, says Strickland. But he's not going to Paez, and a great positional shot through the gap there. Look at the smile on his face. He's a different man from earlier in this match, and he's deserved his chance to win this tournament.
And would you believe it? This 9, we've played 18 racks, and there is nothing in it. It is effectively reduced now to a 2 out of 3 for a place in the World Final. 9-9, Paez and Strickland.
The crowd are fully on Ismael Paez's side. They've appreciated Earl Strickland early in this game, but they've loved the heart that this man's put into the latter stages of this match. And look at his face. He just wants a good break here. Winding himself up. The 1 goes in the middle. The 2's coming around the table. Looks good. It looks excellent. There's nothing Earl Strickland can do about this whatsoever.
Once again, I was watching Strickland. He was leaning forward, ready to get out of his chair. He wanted a good look. As soon as he saw Paez had finished on the lowest ball remaining, he just settled back in. It's completely out of his hands.
And if Paez can hold himself together here, talking of comebacks, in the semi-finals of the World Championship, this would be a big, big story.
And there is no obstacles here. All Paez has to do is control that little man inside.
Perhaps sneak through the gap here between the 7 and the 5 with running side. I'm not too sure. Rain coming down. No, he's playing it in the corner, of course. Sorry, miles away here. Bit too close to the 4 for comfort. But I think he can cut that ball in, going to his table. Now that ounce of talcum powder goes onto his hands there. This is cuttable. The only problem with cutting a ball this thin, that the white ball's going to be careering around the table. And he's got to try and work a path out where it doesn't collide with another ball. And plan a route to that 5. It may not be as thin as we think on our television screens, but I think he's probably going to have to go in between the 5 and brown 7 and back out into the middle of the table. Something along the lines of this would possibly get him on the 5. Oh, he cannoned into the 5. I think he knows how lucky he was there. Very close to going in off. He's left himself a lot harder opportunity now. This is missable.
He's doing precious little wrong right now. Ismael Paez has shown us the heart of a lion in this semifinal. The last 6 racks in a row he's taken.
He needs to cue this well. Playing with backspin, right-hand side, to flick the white ball out into the middle of the table again. Needs to put a smooth stroke on it. Never in doubt there. And the only problem is the possibility that he doesn't get from the 8 to the 9. But as we've said many times before, a player of his vast experience shouldn't have too much of a problem getting back up the table. Just got to concentrate on this 7 ball. And that is the Achilles heel of Paez. I suspected at some stage a bit of movement in the body.
I certainly didn't expect it on that shot, though, Steve. That was an open pot, bridging comfortably on the table. And Strickland has spent such a long time in his chair now, as we see Paez. He knows he hasn't left Earl anything easy.
Well, don't worry about that. I fancy Strickland. I fancy Strickland to knock this 8 ball in. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's knocked both in. Now he's not on the 9. Oh, he could never have envisaged that. Oh, now, the greatest shot maker in the world has a shot of the 9. There's nowhere safe, but the double's on. He looks cool and calm. I know. He's going to play and double the ball back into this corner pocket here. The long double.
And how about this at 9-9, Steve?
He tried to cut. Oh, no!
Would you believe it? Straight in off into the center pocket. The pocket that haunted Paez early. The final chapter is yet to be written, but the 11th hour has seen that pocket jump up and grab Strickland by the throat.
Oh, and look at the fans in the crowd. They cannot believe it. It was one of the greatest shots of Earl Strickland's career to cut the 9 ball in. He played it superbly well. He couldn't have wished for a worse outcome.
He's seen many things in his career. I don't think he's seen anything quite as cruel as that.
Paez can't believe it. He was laughing, not in a nasty way about the fact. He just can't believe the way the game's gone. He must be wondering now what's going on. Perhaps I'm fated to win this match. From 9-3 behind, Paez now 10-9. 2 bites at the cherry, and he's got the break. Trying for the 9. He gave it everything. He's got the 1. And the 2-9 combination is a possibility with the 3 tight. He'll go for the 2-9 combination.
And he's just nodded his head.
2 shots away from victory. This would be a phenomenal upset. He's left himself a little bit of a problem now. He wanted to be in straight lines with that.
Look at the determination on Ismael Paez's face.
I reckon he's 50-50 to get this. Take your time, Paez, he says to himself. He's laughing and joking. There's people moving behind, cameramen moving, and that's very upsetting. But Paez hasn't let it affect him. He's laughed at the... He knows how exciting this game is.
He is enjoying this, but he'll enjoy it so much more if he plants that 9 to the bottom of this corner pocket.
One of our photographers from Japan, I think, moving on the shot there. Paez has done the impossible.
Unbelievable mayhem here in Cardiff. The Mexican flag up, Ismael Paez on cloud 9. An 11-9 win over Earl Strickland. He took the last 8 racks in a row. The shock of shocks here in Cardiff, and he is through to the final.